Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Denver, Colorado. Today we've got a super cool one, a follow-up from the full vlog, but we're back in the Pinery. We're gonna cover cost of living for you guys.
Let's do it. What's up, guys? We are the Mile High Property Brothers. I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my business partner, Will Grimes. I almost stumbled over that.
Usually he hits me. Usually he assaults me.
I've stopped doing
when he
that,
says
though.
it.
This is my partner, Will Grimes, the big, strong, yet lovable
Big, strong, defending realtor for you.
He is.
The A-team.
He is.
Mildly interesting.
No, very
Please
interesting.
subscribe to our channel if you're still watching.
We are
yes,
realtors, yes.
We are licensed brokers, which means as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with your real estate
That's right.
needs. So that number popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages. And we are the guys who respond to your emails. So please, if you love having some fun and being professional, we would love to help you guys out. But with that being said, we're back in the Pinery. If you guys have not seen our full vlog that came out just prior to this, I suggest you just stop this one right now and go back and watch that one first, because we cover everything you need to know about the Pinery. That's our vlog tour. More specifically today, we're going to cover cost of living. But again, go back. There's going to be some great things context-wise on layout of Pinery, and just maybe without saying pros and cons, some pros and cons that you could dive into before you really have some context on the cost of living, because there are some differences depending on what part of the Pinery you're in. But with that being said, we're going to keep moving forward with this one and just give you guys everything you need to know as far as cost-wise, what that looks like in the Pinery.
All right, guys, so starting off, we're looking at a median house price of right around $650,000 in the Pinery. Now, if you've been looking at homes online in Denver, Colorado, or anywhere in like the metro area, you know that $650,000 is a pretty good rate for going house out here, especially for what you get in the Pinery.
Great price.
Yep.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
So some of those things, guys, that it is the biggest bang for your buck down there is the privacy that you're going to get with the bigger lot sizes and the ton of trees that you have down there. That's one thing, guys, that, you know, in just a lot of suburban neighborhoods, you don't get a lot of. You don't get a whole lot of just massive amounts of pine trees and privacy and separation from you and your neighbors. So if that's important to you, the Pinery checks that box, absolutely.
The Pinery, Talon's Reach, if you guys haven't seen of our information on Talon's Reach
in Aurora,
in
yep.
Southeast Aurora. But man, even if you go to like neighborhoods or cities or towns closer to like the Western Slope, you're still not seeing that many pine trees. Like, they've really done a great deliberate job at giving that feel in the atmospherics of this area. Like that, I guess what we describe to our clients is like that Colorado feel. So even though you're southeast from, you know, the main side of like Denver, and you're about an hour away from like being in the mountains, you kind of feel like you're in it, which is really cool. And again, you have more of a mountain feel there than you would even on some of these neighborhoods that are literally on the Western Slope. So
yeah,
really cool feel, definitely intentional. It does allow for some privacy and just a little bit more quiet neighborhoods, but deliberate and really cool feel. And again, it gives you that Colorado feel that maybe you are looking for moving here.
Yes, and to give you an idea of what that would be about on your mortgage payment. Now, don't quote any of this because it's all hypothetical. All varies based on interest rates, credit, down payment, yada, 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 disclosure, disclaimer, the whole deal. So taking all those things into consideration, you're looking at roughly about a $3,000 mortgage payment. Again, varies depending on a lot of things, but just to give you guys a little context, since this is a cost of living video, $650,000, and you're putting 20% down, you're looking at roughly $3,000 on your mortgage payment.
Correct, give or take. And because interest rates are still extremely low right now, if you haven't been looking at that, you don't necessarily have to put 20% down to put something where it's affordable for you. So when lending is so inexpensive, sometimes it's better to just lend on more because it's not costing you as much. So when things are competitive and you do have to account for maybe an appraisal gap or offering an appraisal gap on an offer just to win the home, you can get creative with your money where those funds go and how they're allocated and afford a little bit more, get a little bit more flexible on your offer to win the offer, because you have that luxury of low interest rates. So if you guys are looking anytime in that immediate area, yes, sometimes sooner than later is good, depending on your circumstance, but a great rate, it's not bad for anybody, right? So keep that in mind.
Living in the Pinery, you're not necessarily going to have any greater expenses than you are in anywhere else in the Denver metro area. So if you guys are looking for breakdowns of cost of utilities, cell phone, gas, water, all that stuff, we did a Denver cost of living video, which we're just about to update in this coming month for 2021 to accommodate for any inflation or adjustments or anything like that. But definitely reference that video if you're just starting to learn about bills and utilities in Colorado in general.
You said cell phone.
I did.
You got a more expensive cell phone based off where you live?
Yeah.
Yes,
You can.
actually, that's true. If you buy it locally, I'm just trying to give them a hard time.
Yeah.
But more importantly, guys, because it is established out there, you don't have higher taxes. Some of these areas, like in
Yes.
Southeast Aurora and a couple of other places, because they're still building schools and the infrastructure and just roadways, they do need some of that tax money to go to the development of that area. So sometimes when areas are newer, you see the higher tax point. When things are established, you see the lower. So a lot of benefits out there that you want to capitalize on. I will say, hey, you still have to make sure that when the snow comes through, you are okay at shoveling or using your snow blower and things like that, because you are a little bit more secluded. Yes, some of the care you're going to have to give your home. I know that's not really like a cost of living unless you want to add the $600 snow blower because you don't want to shovel. Cool. Or, like the gas prices, they're actually pretty good out there. Gas prices get more expensive as you get closer to Denver, closer to some of the highways where people are passing through the state, but super affordable out there as well. But again, some of the costs you have with just maintaining your home could be slightly more expensive, price-wise or just labor-wise. But keep those things in mind. I know it's not directly related to this video, but indirectly it is. Keep in mind some of those things. And we do cover weather in Colorado. We've covered pretty much everything you need to know about Colorado. So go back through some of these videos and watch as much as you can.
Taxes are phenomenal down there. We just pulled up a listing that was on the market. Literally just found a random listing in the Pinery. It was listed at $650. Taxes on that were $2,800. So you do the math. Really, really good, especially from where a lot of the states that you guys are coming from, not to name any, like California.
Super good. So guys, just kind of capitalizing or, on the end of this video and just, not capitalizing, but summarizing on this video, the only cost that you also have to look into in addition to just money out of your pocket is depending on your commute. It is a little bit further south. It's not terrible. And it looks further south on a map, but like Parker Road really expands, which is I think Highway 83.
Yeah.
Really expands as you get south. So your speed limits are 45 to 65 miles an hour down there. So believe it or not, even though it looks a little bit further south on a map, it's not terrible when you're commuting into the heart. Like you can get to the heart of Parker probably within seven minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And then from there, you can jump on a highway and go where you need to go. But just make sure, in addition to the money that we're speaking about, hey, your time, as far as your commute time and what that looks like, is suffices for what you're looking for. In addition to that, your labor time. So again, like shoveling and just maintaining your home, yes, because you have pine trees and rolling hills, there are just a little bit more things that you want to keep an eye on with maintaining your home out there. That's a little bit more labor extensive if you don't want to hire it out, that you're going to want to know. Obviously, if you guys have questions on that specifically, we would love to help you out with that, but just want to make sure that you guys are thinking about those things in addition to everything else money-wise.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, whether it's a $650,000 house out in the Pinery that is built in the 70s, has a ton of character, very unique styles, but might need some updates, or the $2 million brand new build home, or the $2.5 million home that's 5 years old that is just massive, massive, massive in the South Pinery, that is exactly what you would picture a $2 million home should look like. Pinery really has something for everybody out there.
I say it every time. We love a lot of different areas about Colorado. There are a couple that we're a little bit more favoritive to when it comes to like that southeastern, southern belt just down below Denver, but a lot of cool things if you think you would consider. When you guys are here, in addition to just looking at it on the map, before you say no to a commute, just make sure we drive it. Let's look at it, and you're going to want to get some context.
Drive it and map it.
Yeah, so map it, drive it, go get a feel for it, because if you were going to live in the heart of Parker and you were looking at that commute and like, oh, well, the Pinery might be a little bit further down, it's only 8 more minutes. Like, hey, is 8 more minutes worth the landscape, worth the house? Well, you're not going to necessarily know those answers until you find a house in that area, and you've got context on where you could live. Until you can gauge that 8 minutes, right? So again, turn the stone, keep an open mind, definitely reach out and ask any questions. And as you guys get closer to moving to Colorado, we can take you through that process and make sure that you guys are taken care of, because we are licensed brokers in the state of Colorado, and we love helping you with your real estate needs almost more than we love making these videos. We'll call it a tie. We'll call it a close tie. However, that number popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls, the text messages, the emails. So if there's anything that you guys need, we would love to help you guys out with that real estate need. That's all I got. I was waiting for his last word. If you haven't been watching our channel, he's Mr. Eli Last Word Schmidt.
Of course.
So I pause and he stares at me all, making me the uncomfortable one, making me the bad guy.
Yes.
What else is new?
Take what I can get. We'll see.
If you do not see Eli on the next video, I'm sorry. Actually, he's really good at all this tech stuff.
So if no videos get posted from here on out, just
I don't even like this
you
dude.
know what happened
I don't
to
even like
Eli.
this dude. But he's so good at what he does. I gotta keep him around.
bringing value.
I'm an Eli. It's a love hate.
I try.
It's a love.
Mostly love. Aw, thank you.
See you guys.
See you guys.